Hello sweet veggies! Today we have a bit of an experimental video. We are on my Procreate because I'm gonna tell you how to create an OC, because we are gonna create an OC together and I just think that's fun. So you see this here? I'm gonna post it on my Twitter so I can collect some ideas there, and I might not keep the ideas that people give me. I might change a thing or two. So let's see what people come up with. Already collected some data from my Twitter. So we are gonna draw a fantasy OC, as you can see by here. The first comment said female and orc for species plus gender, and the rest of the comments kind of go into the fairy aesthetic. So I'm gonna draw a fairy. I don't really feel like drawing an orc, but we'll definitely keep the female. For hair, style and color, we have a ginger with a ponytail. For skin color, we have brown tan skin, which I'm curious on how it will look with the ginger hair. For clothes, we have fairy clothes, fairy core clothes. This is where the fairy theme I was talking about comes on. And then for appendages, some wings. And then for powers we have floating, which is also flying. So it's just, let's keep it there, like everything. For I can't say this word in English. I'm sorry, no, I'm not saying this. Anyways, we have leather braces and a fang necklace on a leather cord. How will this look with the fairy aesthetic? We will see. And for extra details, we have the body type, which is pretty well fit and strong. So let's start figuring out their personality, shall we? There's this site I really like. They have lots of traits. They have positive traits, negative traits, and neutral traits. So let's just decide on some things. They are also giving me confident vibes because they are showing off a victory. It's like, it could be discreet, but no, it's there on their chest for everyone to see, so let's add that too. If I am writing something wrong, don't really pay too much attention because I'm dyslexic and English is not my first language. I'll start on some poses, some sketching, and then I'll come back to you. Hey! So I've already done some sketching and this is the pose I've come up with. I wanted something that symbolized their strong, confident and proud side, and I guess competitive too, maybe. And I think this pose really portrays that. So this is the one I'm going with. See you in a bit. So I sketched a bit more and I love how it's looking. Like, I got a bit far from the fairy aesthetic I was going for, but honestly I think this fits her personality way more, and I still have to sketch out her wings and whatever is going to be on her shoes, if she's going to have shoes at all. So yeah, I'm really happy, and I must sketch some more because I still have some stuff left, and I want to make her top very fairy core like, which is basically just giving it nature elements, especially flowers, because I look through fairy core stuff and it's just things that are nature based, and I'm going to incorporate that in her design, in her top specifically, because you don't really see it anywhere else. And one of the topics is fairy core, and I'd like to keep my design faithful to the keywords I have here. So a few days have passed since I last recorded this video, and I didn't really have time to record, but I really wanted to work on this drawing. So the line art is done and all the details in the line art are done, And now you are seeing me color, because color palette is an extremely important part of character design and OC making. I had actually recorded the screen for this, but the video was way too long, and when I went to stop the recording, it just wasn't there anymore and I lost the footage. So here's the time lapse. So, how to create a color palette for your OC? Well, actually, I think that you just have to put a little bit of thought into it. For example, this character has a leather necklace and a leather braces, so I decided to make those brown, and it had already been decided that her skin would be tan and that her hair would be ginger, so there wasn't much difficulty in there. And those were the main colors that I know I had to put in there. But then there was also, in this example, the fairy core aspect of this character, and that's exactly why I made her top green, to make it more naturey, you know? And then it was just a process of repeating the colors, basically. For example, the same color of the braces is also the color of her trousers, and because her trousers were way too dark, I decided that at the end I would put a little bit of green, and it actually looks great. And then her wings were done with the colors of the leaves that are in her top, and it was just a process of repeating the colors, so your color palette looks consistent. Another thing that is extremely important with coloring is checking your values, which you can see me do here very often. Like, I'm always going back and forth and always checking my values. So the tone of the hair isn't too close with the tone of her skin, and the tone of the braces and her trousers can easily differentiate from her skin or the leaf that is immediately behind the trousers. That is something extremely important and that you really should do. It's really important, and it's important you remember that. I've also added some scars on her neck and on her shoulder. I think it really gives a background to this character. It means they have fought, and if they have scars on their neck, they probably have fought for their life, and I just think that's an extremely interesting concept. Also, you might be wondering why I didn't give shoes to this character, and basically because it didn't make sense to. They have their wings are perfectly functional, they do not need shoes because I bet they barely touch the floor. I just realized I've been referring to this character as they them, and I don't know, it just felt natural to me, even though the character is a she, her. I guess she goes by both pronouns now. In case you're curious how the values look in this drawing in particular, here it is. As you can see, her hair and her skin is a bit darker. I mean, I would call it a mid-tone, so I made her wings lighter, and her top is also lighter because it's in contact with her skin, which is a mid-tone, and with her trousers, which are still a mid-tone, but they are a bit darker. And just under the trousers and her foot is the leaf, which is lighter because then again the trousers are darker, and also there's a overlay with the things in her arms over the top, the skin and the wings, and it really pops because it's a darker value than what is behind. So it's really important to check your values when working on anything. Character design, an illustration, a comic. It's really important because it's part of the readability of the drawing. And that's it for today's video. This is the final result. as the next steps have nothing to do with OC making and character design, I didn't include them in this video. So yeah, that's how the final result looks. And I want to say I'm really proud of this drawing and really proud of how the hair looks, because it was the first time I did hair like this. And I have to do this flowy hair more often because oh my god, it looks amazing. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and ring the bell for more. And follow me on Twitter if you want to see all my finished artworks. If you love my art and how my art looks, you can commission me. My commission form is in the description. If you are not interested in commission me but you would still like to support me and support this channel, the link is also in the description. And thank you for watching, thank you for being here. Have a nice weekend and see you in 2 weeks. Oh, and if you have a name idea for this character, tell me in the comments because I have no idea what to call her. And of course, don't forget to eat your vegetables.